Halloween in St. Louis, if you want candy, you have to tell a joke. You can't just say trick or treat. And so it's like a cool tradition we have, but you could be like 5 years old and the cutest kid with the best costume, and they don't fucking care. And I will illustrate this theory with an example that has nothing to do with me. So I was 7 years old, and I had dressed up in a purple bodysuit, and I pinned all these balloons to myself so I looked like a bunch of grapes. And, right? Okay, and so I go to the door and I'm like, knock, 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 you know, it's a cute little knock. And I was just like, trick or treat, and the guy was like, oh, hey, like, what's your joke? And I was like, if H2O is on the inside of a fire hydrant, what's on the outside? I don't know, what? K9P. I didn't even understand the joke. And the guy was like, a urine joke? That's inappropriate. Also, I like green grapes better. Okay, so that was a traumatic event. But while I tell some jokes, feel free to throw some candy at me. Okay. So have you guys ever watched the show Lost? Great, I'm gonna talk about it no matter what you say. So I think the weirdest thing in that show is not the fact that there's like polar bears or like this smoke monster, but the fact that 300 people crash land on an island and they all have perfect vision. Basically what ABC Family is telling you is that you are more likely to crash land on a deserted, I'm hungry, deserted island than to need glasses or contacts. I guess that's just one of the 300 unanswered questions. So sometimes you'll meet somebody and you'll be like, this person's kind of cool, but I can't tell if they're an asshole yet. And there'll be situations where you're like, I think I saw him like kick a kitten. I'm not sure, I was kind of drunk. So if there's ever that case, I have a really good test for you. So what you do is you wait until their birthday. Sometimes you have to wait a while, but it's worth it. You wait until they're singing happy birthday to the person, and if he starts conducting his own song, he's an asshole. He did kick that kitten, and you should get the fuck out of it. So sometimes I go to parties, and inevitably, if you're in college, you're going to be at a party, and there's going to be a drunk guy that tries to kiss you. That's not me being cocky, that's just the rule of vaginas. And so it's really hard if they like want to come up and kiss you. Like the music's usually really loud and you can't be like no, because they don't want to hear it. So the best thing I found to do is you just shake your head no. And it works really well unless we're going in for an Eskimo kiss. I think being a Muslim woman and having to wear a burqa would be really difficult. I think it would restrict you in a lot of ways. Most of all, I think that it would be really hard to flirt. And out of necessity, I think Muslim women must be amazing at eye fucking. It's true. So my mom was really, really paranoid when I was little. And I used to have friends over to play basketball, and as a white girl from Missouri in the suburbs, you can imagine I had game. And she was really worried I was going to fall and hit my head. So her solution was that I wear a helmet. And her solution worked really well because after that, I didn't have any friends to play with. So my parents have been together for 35 years, which is impressive. They got together freshman year of high school, so that's impressive. The most impressive part of their relationship, though, is that they went on a second date, considering their first date was at a Red Lobster. I remember when I lost my virginity, that was the most painful 15 seconds of my life. I think Pringles were the original portion control food. And I think that's because you'll reach a certain point where you eat so many Pringles that you physically can't reach them anymore. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, you can just flip them over, then you are fat. I think science is really good at like giving names to things that already exist. For example, Stockholm Syndrome. And if you don't know what that is, it's when there's like a hostage and he has like really positive feeling towards his captor, something that's like really fucked up. And I think it was weird when they put a name to it because it already exists in our society. And if you're like, what? No, it doesn't. Well, then let me ask you this. Do you have a dog? And does he love you? There you go. That was all I got, and I hope you liked it. If you didn't, that's why I didn't get candy as a kid. Yeah.